What's going on? Move the Mouse here, back in City Skylines with our Let's Play Season 4, Episode number 3, the town of Springdale, and trying to settle into a schedule here. Hopefully it's working out for everybody. We're doing new episodes of the Let's Play every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We're going to try and do a live stream this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. If you can make it, that would be awesome. We want to have your input kind of as we're building the town out. So join in if you can. You'll be able to watch it on demand as well, though, so feel free to drop comments in there. Let me know on the Discord or on Twitter what you want to see more of in the city, and we can always build it out that way. But if you want to input and provide feedback live, again, Sunday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, we'll be doing that. So let's dive in and pick up where we left off in Episode 2. Let's start painting out some districts, because we need to name some districts. So this part over here, district, hills, it's not really hilly, very small hills. Park, okay, we'll do a park or square. We'll do a square. Square's good. Ooh, we hit 5,000 while I was painting. I was worried it locked up there for a minute. It does like to hang ever so slightly when those pop-ups happen, unfortunately. Tighten that up just a little bit. We like some relatively clean lines. There's another weird gap in the water happening. Apparently those are going to happen every so often. That's okay. So we'll go into our inspector. Districts. We're going to rename this one. And the first district of this town would be Beamer Square. Thank you, Dave. Dave is a patron of the channel. I do have a Patreon. I'm terrible about promoting it. But Dave found the link there and contributed to the channel, and it is greatly appreciated. Everything helps, right? Every view. Really? We've got the flood happening here? Okay, so like I said, that is going to be problematic. Everything, though, helps. So every view, like, comment, share, watch time, it all helps contribute and help to the channel. Obviously, direct contribution, though, is super appreciated. So Dave, thank you. Really appreciate it. Another contributor that I don't believe has joined the Discord yet, and if you have and I have not seen that, please point it out again. I apologize if I haven't. The second district, actually, let me pause it for a minute. The second district that I want to paint out is going to be this commercial district over here. So let me define that. We'll give ourselves a little bit of room to play with here. We can fix that later. But this one's going to be Crony Park, and this is another patron of the channel. So you are going to get the first two districts named after you. I hope once they're fully upgraded. Dave, I apologize. I named a district after you, and then it immediately started piling up garbage there. We'll get on that right away. But thanks for contributing, both of you, to the Patreon. It is super appreciated. Really hope that you continue to enjoy the content, and we will be doing a lot of different things with cities and other city builders. So I hope you stay tuned, and I hope the content is enjoyable. Always let me know, too, what you'd like to see more of. But there we go. We've named our first two districts after the patrons, and other people will get districts named after them. So stay active in the comments, and we'll definitely include you somewhere in the series as this continues to build out. So let's see what's up with the garbage coverage over here, because the last thing that I want is garbage piling up in Beamer Square. So we've got the recycle plant up here. Where is it? It's tucked away way up here. Let's take a look at our processing capability. Does it actually show us that on the individual plant? So we've got tons of garbage reserves. Processing pretty slowly. Let's go ahead and get on this because I don't think it's a coverage problem. Everything's in the green, just we can't process all that garbage fast enough. So let's cram in another recycling plant right across the street. And we'll hit play and hopefully stay right on top of that. Right now we do have a ton of industrial demand, but I would love to carry that over into the 8,000 population milestone because that's when we unlock the office space. We can start kind of planning stuff out a little bit better. Got fire happening over here. Okay, they're already there. Excellent. So let's go back and see what did we unlock at 5,000. Well, more policies, more roads that are decorative, which is nice. So we've got the grass and tree lined streets, bicycle lanes, excellent. Larger fire and police, hospital, and a ton of different buildings to do some decoration, different services for our town. So let's see here. Where do we start? So let's jump into policies first off. Take a look here. Parks and recreation, make your parks and plazas the envy of the country. Increase land value around parks and plazas. We'll go ahead and do that because increasing land value means that we also get more tax revenue as the buildings will hopefully level up a little bit faster. We need to drop some parks in to really get the benefit for that. We don't want schools out because that's going to populate the industry better. We want education boost once we unlock that to encourage people to go to school to get more education to go into those higher level jobs, especially at the offices. City planning wise, we can now unlock encourage biking. And I think that's it for now. Electric cars gets really expensive really fast. But policy wise, we should be good there. We could look at converting over to the larger fire, but we'll probably do that in these next neighborhoods that we expand down towards. Let's look at areas. So I think this one makes the most sense next. We'll definitely want to buy this tile down here because there's some good buildable space, and probably this one. But let's buy this and see where that gets us to. That actually gets us pretty good. We can kind of extend the city this way. Work around this mounding a bit. Maybe flatten this out a tad. I think we might do that. We'll probably buy the bottom right tile of this 4 square next so that we can flatten out this little bit by the river here and continue our grid down to the south. But this lets us at least expand off this way and build the grid a bit down here. But we'll definitely want to smooth that out a little bit. We don't want to make it totally flat, but we do want it to be relatively flat. Maybe what we'll do is we'll grid it out a bit more, find a spot for our central park. This can be kind of the right eastern district of the downtown. Our central park will kind of be down in here. Then we'll have a lot of commercial space and office space here, another residential district, and maybe some high-rise offices down here by the waterfront. And then what we're going to do is we're going to extend a highway exit, central, east, and west. Maybe even bring a highway down along the edge of this tile so that you can connect up down here, maybe connect up across the city there. Across the river, rather, I should say. Let's take a look at our education availability. Doing pretty good there. Have not unlocked the universities just yet, but we're pretty close to that. Policy-wise, we're pretty happy. We could start messing around with on and off ramps and more decorative roads, dedicated bike lanes. Those would all be kind of nice. But one downside is you can't do one-way roads with bike lanes. At least not on console. You can on PC with mods. So we could do two-way grass-lined streets, which remove the parking lane or a grass strip. Tree roads also remove the parking lanes. I think what we could do to encourage maybe some usage of bicycles is get people in the 6-lane roads with bikes, and any 2-way roads that we have, we could upgrade. Now, this is going to get rid of those cars that are parked on the side of the road. I think it's got a nice feel. It does make it feel lived in, but bicycles make the overall traffic a lot easier to manage the more people we can get out of their cars and into bikes. Or I should say onto bikes. If you're getting into a bike, I think you're riding it wrong. Let's see what the kids are up to. They look just as unproductive as the creative arts kids, just messing around out front on their skateboards. So let's see here. Adia, we'll give you the unproductive kids again. Dia, hi. Let's see, let's come over here. And we'll do Howard High over here. All right, so we've got bike lanes all the way up and down here. Are people using them already? They are excellent. One thing that we haven't done, and I should do before I forget, is we should break out the intersection tool. And we don't want stoplights on this main strip. We want the side streets. Actually, I take it back. We do where 6-lane meets 6-lane. So that's the one place we're going to have traffic lights. Everywhere else, because eventually we're going to have one-ways, we only want these side streets stopping. We don't want traffic on the main avenue slowing down at all. We want it to just get traffic off the highway, get off of there, and then this becomes a main throughway through the city. A lot of activity around the high schools. So again, this top street, and maybe we could rebuild this now. This is also going to be another 6-lane cut through. But I think we're going to do a one-way with that to minimize this traffic kind of coming on either side of the road here. Because I don't want this to happen, right? This is already kind of piling up a little bit too much because of the industry. It's like a lot of the traffic, a lot of the slow-moving stuff is coming through there. We do have highways now, though, so we could speed this up a little bit. So one-way highway with sound barriers. 2 birds with 1 stone. Make it a little faster and quiet it up a bit. Now, this actually does slow people down, taking a 90-degree turn onto the roundabout. We could kind of connect this at more of an angle, but we're going to get industry out of here anyways, and this is going to be a straight shot into the city. So I'm not too worried about revamping this right now. This is just kind of a quick fix to start our city off with. Let's take a look at what our water problem is. We're on night mode there. Let's crank up the budget to 85 because I'm pretty sure that's going to be what the problem is. And that got us into the green. Electricity's getting pretty close. So we're going to need to do one more power plant pretty soon. Crazy how fast those things end up chewing up power. So our zoning is filling out nicely, but again, we're going to eventually kind of block by block replace this all with high density. This is going to be a very dense downtown area. We're going to find a spot over here for our central park, and that's really going to be a focus of this build because park life is coming out relatively soon. And I really want to kind of make this downtown area come alive with parks and some fun things for people to do. And it's a really, at heart, a really simple mod, or I shouldn't say mod, a simple DLC, but it's amazing kind of what it does to the city, what it makes it kind of look and feel like. It really brings an interesting twist into the game. So I think if I'm not mistaken too, it's the best selling or one of the better selling DLCs on PC. So if you haven't checked it out, do so. I will have some PC content coming to the channel at some point, but I'm really focusing on the console stuff now. I can't give you the full details about why, but there is an exciting announcement coming to the channel probably within a month. So I'll be able to share that with you probably at the very beginning of April. But for right now, it's it's kind of important that I do some console builds out now. Sorry to be so enigmatic about it, or cryptic, but you'll see eventually. It'll be some fun news for the channel, so hopefully you will stay tuned, and hopefully you find it as exciting as I do. So enough of that, though. Let's see where we're at. 6,300. Almost there. Really exciting development is the 8,000 milestone, because it will get us that 4th area. We can buy maybe that tile down here. What is this curving highway over here? That's very interesting. We'll hook into that for sure. I think we will continue to build that way. It might be kind of fun to build in this central valley. So looks like this tile gets us all the land that we need over there. So if we buy that and that tile, that'll be 4, 5, 6. We'll find the last 3, 7, 8, 9. We'll see where we build. Probably up to the north here. I think it would make sense. But we'll see. We'll see where that goes. Look at our industry demand. Do we meet it now, or do we plan on zoning out some office space? I feel like we should zone out some office space, but I also know that at first we're not going to have any university educated citizens because we don't have university yet. So let's do this for now. We'll expand out 3 more. I shouldn't say 3 more. I was going to say 3 more blocks, but 30 units to give us some more industrial space over here. We'll meet those demands for now. Maybe we could even give a completely separate highway entrance way down there, maybe, or for the industry area, to kind of free up some of this traffic right here. Let's do that while we are waiting to get to 8,000. That'll be a fun little project for right now. So let's do that. Let's see. We'll fix our water real quick. Let's bring this over. Like so. And we want to come down as far as we can. It might be a little bit finicky to build this close to the edge of the map. Let's see where we can cram in a T intersection for now. So that should be good. Let's do that. There's probably way more space than I need. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. All right. Slope too steep. Oh, it is a pretty steep slope. Let's see. How about over here? Is this too close? I guess that'll work. And it will let us construct it there, so that is good. We'll come back at least 2 more clicks to kind of smooth this out. Highway tool. Can we connect it straight? Is that going to be too... We'll curve it. Or we'll freeform it, rather. No, we won't. Let's just go straight for now. Let's see. How awkward is that bend? It's not too bad, I guess. That works. If you come out far enough, it's not too bad of a look that far out. If we really zoom in on it, you know, you can get bothered by that. Move it on PC, just drag it up a little bit. We can hope that one day mods will come, but only time will tell. They've added in some assets, so the mod list on console, people see that sometimes in the menu and assume that we have access to mods. We don't really. It's really assets. It's different buildings that creators have put in. So how do we connect this? We will connect this up to this road, I guess. So let's curve this in. So we'll start here. Heck, we'll do a 6-lane road even. Come out a little bit, and then we'll hook it back over here. And then we'll go into our curve tool with the highway and basically bring it all the way down. Just shy. Nope, it's not going to let me do that because of the way that I did this. I need a little bit straighter of a shot on the road that I'm connecting to. So let's do that first. So we'll come down just a little bit and we'll hook that up. Just because we're nitpicking here. Smooth that out just a little bit. That should be a straight enough segment now. So if we go back into our curve tool, almost all the way down and then hook it in at the very last minute, it should let you overlap those. Now we can change the direction on this piece, and you've got a T-intersection with a way to come off the highway, onto the highway. 3 lanes highway becomes 3 lanes. Coming into our industry area, we could spin more stuff off of this if we wanted, but more importantly, what we can do now is do the same thing over here. I didn't mean to do that, but let's revamp this anyways. And we've got a 6-lane road right here. So let's extend this highway down. Straight tool. That should be good. Bring it right even with that. And again, curve tool almost all the way. Then hook it in at the last minute. Then we'll change our directions so that that works properly. So now industry, you want to get there, you take the industry specific highway exit. This is basically a really long off-ramp. Now this should support a ton of traffic coming through here. And we should be good. And that will free up all the truck traffic that was coming here. It's going to confuse the heck out of these cars that were already heading towards the highway there. Let's see if we can get, without disrupting our power plants, get this connected up. That's good. So electricity problems. We are at 100% budget. So it is time for yet another coal power plant. And that should power us up for a bit. The returns are smaller and smaller every time as your city uses more and more electricity. But we should have no problems getting to the 8,000 population milestone now. Oh, sometimes I'm an idiot, right? Those are not going away. Those are not going to go away because we disconnected our power grid up here. So those should have gone away by now, I'm thinking in the back of my mind, and I was just going to continue building on the next project. Then I remembered I completely broke it. So now we're connected to this, which is connected to that, and now the people will stop complaining. The water pumps will get power, and they'll stop complaining, and everybody was happy. So let's continue with what we can space-wise and come down another block. Can we do 2 more? We might be able to do 2 more blocks here, just not zone off the far side of it. Let's see what this looks like coming off at a straight angle. We'll do that for now. Connect up to that. Just reconnect this street because the nodes get a little funny. I don't remember where we broke that off. So that's okay. Zone-wise, we do need a little bit more residential demand. We'll fill all this in with residential for now. We don't want any excuses for people not to move into the town. Actually, no, not all of it. This is still going to be commercial. So let's do this here. All right. Now we can fill off the rest of our residential. And we do have a little bit more industry demand, but that I am going to ride out. We are close enough now that I would rather have a ton of industry demand and we'll start to populate offices. And maybe they'll get abandoned. Maybe they won't be fully educated workers just yet until we get university in there. But I want to start at least zoning out and deciding and populating some office space. So for right now, let's fill out a little bit more commercial for when that demand crops up. And let's also finish off our water grid down here. All right, so that should get us hopefully where we need to. If that was 6,800 people, I'm hoping that will get us another 1,200. I could be wrong, but it should be enough space to move everybody in. We could start zoning these back areas actually in residential. So where we had, let me show you what I'm thinking. Zone that for now. So this could be a nice commercial central block when we figure out what the spacing is going to be. We can have residential over there. We can have some residential in here, in behind the commercial that's on the main drags. Then start to spread that out a bit. So let's do that. So this here is going to be all residential. Again, we'll be upgrading this bit by bit to the high density once it is available. But just as kind of a reminder for my spacing there, how's our fire coverage over here? Good, we already have 3 fire trucks there. Busy day up in the industrial sector. Let's see how our highway is doing. Things are moving along there. No major backups. We do have stoplight here, which let's stop the traffic trying to leave the zone, let the traffic coming in do its thing. This is not the most efficient, but this is not how we will be leaving things. So it is good enough for now. Let's go back into intersections. We are leaving that one. Stop signs on the side streets. Let's make sure all these are set. We'll do this for now, because we will eventually upgrade that to 6-lane road, and we'll want to rethink that and double check our intersections at that point anyways. So let's call this one a wrap. It's running a little bit longer than I would like. In the next episode, we'll hit that 8,000 milestone, and that is when this idea is really going to start to come together. We'll start rezoning all the demand that we have and slowly build up this low density area that we've started with into a high density, get those buildings to start leveling and growing larger and larger. We'll stamp down our district policies for high tech as well as self-sufficient buildings and IT cluster, and really start to get the downtown area growing. And that's when things are going to start to really pop, when we see kind of all this unfold. And really a lot of that's going to happen in the next episode at that next population milestone. At least the beginning stages of it will start to happen. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Likes, comments, shares all help the channel a lot and are greatly appreciated. If you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell to get notifications, and stay tuned for the next one. Until then, this is Move the Mouse signing off.